Is it clear? Okay. Okay, student. Chapter number 2, work and energy. Pay attention. Now, in this chapter, we are going to learn these terms: work, energy, mechanical energy, law of conservation of energy, and last is free fall. So, these are the terms that we are going to study. Now, let's start with this chapter. Observe. Now, you see this. So, in this picture, some people are doing some kind of work. Now, if you see here, girl is studying, boy is playing with the ball, this girl is watching the TV, and this man is carrying the sack greens, right? So question they have asked you, can you tell first in which of the pictures above the has the work been done? In out of these four pictures, in which cases the work has done? You will say, sir, in all the cases the work has been done. No, it is not that. If you see the girl is doing study, okay, that means there is no work done. Boy is playing with the football, that is the work is done. Girl is watching the TV, no work is done. And this man is carrying the sack grains, that means work is done. Second question, from scientific point of view, when do we say that the no work has done? Now why I have said that the girl is doing studying, that means no work is done, that she is also doing some kind of work, and this girl is watching TV, that means also in that case there is some kind of work is done. But in scientific way no work is done. Why? When we can say there is no work is done according to the scientific way? See, no work is said to be done when force is applied but there is no displacement. When there is no displacement take place, that means no work is done. Now in this case, if you see, the boy is playing with the ball, so the ball get displaced. Displacement means what? Moving one object from one point to another. We have also learned the displacement concept in first chapter, right? When the object will move from one place to another when the force is applied. Now in this case, if you see, this man is carrying the sack grains, that means he is moving from one place to another, that means work is done. This girl is doing some homework, she is not moving from one place to another, that means no work is done. Here also she is just watching the TV, this girl, that means there is no work is done. So work is done only when the force is applied and direct displacement should be there. If there is no displacement, no work is done. So what is displacement? Displacement is basically take place when there is a work is done, okay, moving from one place to another. When any object moves from one place to another, okay, when the force is applied, external force, that means the displacement take place of that object. Generally any mental or physically activity is referred to as work, whatever the work is due. Even if you do some work on the computer, that means you are not doing any physical work, you are doing mental work, so we consider that as a work. When we walk or run, the energy in our body used to do the necessary work. We say that the girl who is studying is working or performing work, but that is a mental work. She is also doing work also, and this girl is watching TV, this is also doing work, but it is a mental work. So in science term we consider only the physical work, right? So in physics we deal only with the physical work. Work has special meaning in physics. Now this is a definition of work, this you should know, this can ask in the examination also. Work is said to be done when a force is applied to an object causes displacement of the object. Once again I will read. Work is said to be done when a force is applied on an object cause the displacement of the object. Suppose this is an object, one object is there, and when you apply the force on that object, this object is going to move, okay, in particular direction. When this object moves, that means force is applied, this object is moving in one direction, that means the displacement is taking place, moving from one place to another. So that means when force is applied, displacement take place, that is said to be the work. You have already learned that the work done by the force acting on an object is the product of the magnitude of force and displacement of the object in the direction of the force. Thus work is equal to force into displacement. This is very important. Work is equal to force into displacement. This is the formula. This is also used in the numerical to solve the examples, okay. So this is how the work can be calculated. So what is the formula for the work? Product of force and displacement. Force into displacement. Work can be written as W, force can be written as F into, that is product sign, and displacement can be written as S. So you got the formula W is equal to F into S. Work is equal to force into displacement. Very important. You should know this formula, right? Okay. Now, can you recall what are the different types of forces and their examples? Now, can you say me the different types of forces? We have seen lots of forces. Okay. For example, if I talk about gravitational force, what is the gravitational force? You have heard this force. Yes, the force that exerted by the earth on all the object. Okay, the force which is caused by the earth, which earth has. Okay, and it is applied on all the object. That is called as the gravitational force. Second is the frictional force. We can run on the road, we can walk on the road. Okay, because of the frictional force. Now, okay, this you see first. Use your brain power. You have learned how to calculate the work done on an object when the displacement is in the direction of the applied force. But if the displacement is not in the direction of the applied force, then how do we calculate the amount of work done? So for that, how to calculate the work done? See, if the displacement and direction is taking place in one direction only, suppose this is an object, one block is there A, when you apply the force, so it is moving in the same direction as a displacement. ठीक है, तो फोर्स भी ए डायरेक्शन का है और डिस्प्लेसमेंट का भी डायरेक्शन ए है, दोनों का डायरेक्शन सेम है. दैट मीन्स you can apply this formula, work is equal to force into displacement. But if the force in another direction and displacement is in another direction, दोनों का direction opposite है, that time you have to apply another formula, that is W is equal to Fs cos theta. ये formula लगेगा उस टाइम पे जब फोर्स और डिस्प्लेसमेंट का डायरेक्शन ऑपोजिट होता है या सेम नहीं होता है. Theta is an angle. Okay, so how this formula has been derived, that we'll study now further in this chapter, right? Let us do now this activity first. Now here they have told Meenakshi wants to displace a wooden block from the point A to point B along the surface of a table as shown in the figure 2.2a. You can see in this figure. In this figure A, she wants to displace one block from one place to another. She has used a force F for the purpose. Has all the energy spent been used to produce the acceleration in the block? Which force have been overcome using that energy? Now you can see here this girl is in the figure A. Now what she is doing in the figure A, that this girl is moving the block, okay, from one point to another, right? She is moving the block from one point to another. She is applying the force, right? So when she is applying the force, moving the block from one place to another, that means there is a displacement is also taking place. Initially the block was here, now it is moving in this direction. Okay, that means the force has been applied as well as the displacement has taken place. So that means work has been done. Now if you see in this case, in the figure B, this girl is pushing this toy car with the help of this thread. That means the force is applying in this direction, and the displacement is also taking place in this direction only, right? Now here in the third case, if you see in the figure C, now what is happening in the figure C? This car is pushing this another white car, okay, in this direction. That means force and displacement is taking place in one direction only. So that means work is done. Yes, work is done. You must have seen events depicted in the picture B and C above. When a child pulls a toy with the help of a string, the direction of the force is different from that of the displacement. Similarly, when a large vehicle tow a small one, the direction of the force and displacement are different. Let us how to calculate work done in each cases. When a child pulls a toy cart, force is applied along the direction of the string. The cart is pulled along the horizontal surface. In this case, in order to calculate the amount of work done, we have to convert the applied force into the force acting the direction of the displacement. देखिए यहाँ पे अब मैं आपको ये बताने वाला हूँ कि अगर फोर्स और डिस्प्लेसमेंट अलग अलग डायरेक्शन है, फोर्स और डिस्प्लेसमेंट का डायरेक्शन सेम नहीं है, डिफरेंट है, सो you have to use another formula. What is that formula? W is equal to Fs cos theta. ये formula आपको use करना होगा. And how this formula has been derived, that we are going to discuss now. So we'll consider F be the force and F1 be the its component. यहाँ पे आप देखिए this is a block in figure 2.3. This is the one block which is moving in this direction, right? So whenever the force is moving in this direction, it makes an angle. देखिए force ऐसा move कर रहा है तो इसका एक component हमेशा बनता है with the respect to the ground. तो ये एक एंगल बनाता है and that become what? Theta. Okay, it makes an angle. Always it makes an angle when force and displacement are not in a straight line, right? So they make an angle. So here, from here we can calculate cos theta. So this is F force and this is F1 its component, okay, and it makes an angle theta. So cos theta is what? Base upon hypotenuse. You have studied in trigonometry. नहीं आपने सीखा होगा, आप सीखेंगे आगे भी 9th में 10th स्टैंडर्ड में कि साइन कॉस टैन के फिक्स होते हैं फॉर्मूलेज. सो cos theta is based upon hypotenuse. So cos theta is equal to, now from this if I join this one, this line also, so this becomes 90 degree, right? So 90 degree के सामने जो line होता है वो hypotenuse ही होता है. We have understood in the maths also. So cos theta is equal to base क्या है आपका F1 है, F1 is a base and hypotenuse what? F. So F1 upon F. So F is equal to F1 is equal to F cos theta. Now work done by F1 is what? F1 is nothing but this formula ये देखिए ना, from 1. So W is equal to F1 का वैल्यू आपको मिल गया. F1 का वैल्यू क्या है आपका? F cos theta. सब्स्टिट्यूट करिए F1 में, तो F1 में क्या आ जाएगा? F cos theta और S लिखा है ना बाजू में, तो S लिख देंगे आप, राइट? सो F और S को साथ में लेके आ जाइए. सो इट बिकम W इज इक्वल टू Fs cos theta. ये आपका बन गया फॉर्मूला. W is equal to Fs cos theta, as I have told earlier. This is how the formula has been derived. You can remember directly also for the numerical, but how it came, I had explained you that way, right? Now on this basis, you have to fill up this table. On the basis of this formula, W is equal to Fs cos theta. Okay, you have to fill up this conclusion. Now what you have to fill up here? देखिए, in first column they had given you theta, that is angle. 0 degree, 90 degree, 180 degree. And second they have told cos 0 is 1, cos 90 is 0, cos 180 minus 1. You know no? All these values, okay? It's fixed value, calculated value. तो फॉर्मूला में सब्स्टिट्यूट करना है. W is equal to Fs cos theta. अगर cos का वैल्यू अगर 0 है तो cos 0 means what? 1. So Fs into 1 becomes Fs. So W is equal to Fs. So whenever the W is equal to Fs, that means work is what? Work will be positive. Conclusion क्या निकलता है यहाँ से कि work will be what? Positive. Now when cos 0 is what? 90. Cos 90 is what? 0, right? Cos 90 0 मतलब Fs into 0 becomes 0, so W is equal to 0. So when W is 0, then work is what? 0. And when cos 180 is what? Minus 1. So W is equal to minus Fs, minus sign आ जाएगा, right? So minus means what? Negative. So it becomes negative. So three types of work are there: positive, 0 and negative. This is how the work is done when the angle changes. I hope it is clear, right? Okay, let's move further. Now let's talk about the unit of work, which is important. Work is equal to force into displacement. This is the formula. So what is the SI system? SI means what? Standard International Unit. Force is, what is the SI unit of force? Newton, because it was told by Newton, Sir Isaac Newton, remember? So his name is used as a unit. And the displacement is measured in meter. We know this unit. Displacement is in meter. Thus the unit of force is Newton meter, and this is also called as joule. Newton meter मिलके क्या बन जाता है? Joule बन जाता है. So 1 joule is equal to what? If a force of 1 Newton displaces an object through 1 meter in the direction of the force, the amount of work done on an object is 1 joule. So this is another formula. It becomes 1 joule equal to 1 Newton into 1 meter. Newton और meter मिला के क्या बन जाता है? Joule बन जाता है. So joule can be written as joule is what? It is also name of the scientist. Newton can be written as capital N because it is the name of the person, and meter can be written as M. So this is SI system of work. Now if I talk about the CGS system, centimeter gram second. The unit of force is dyne. We know SI unit of force is Newton, but CGS is dyne, D-Y-N-E. And that of displacement is centimeter. एक मीटर है तो ये सेंटीमीटर होगा. Thus the unit of work done is dyne centimeter. So dyne centimeter is called as अर्च. जैसे न्यूटन मीटर को हम लोग जूल बोलते हैं. So dyne centimeter we call it as an अर्च. So what is one अर्च? If a force of one dyne displaces an object through 1 centimeter in the direction of the force, then the amount of work done is one अर्च. So one अर्च is equal to one dyne into 1 centimeter. This is important. It can come in filling the blanks also. 1 joule is equal to 1 newton into 1 meter, and 1 अर्च is equal to 1 dyne into 1 centimeter. So now we are going to study the relation between the joule and the अर्च. So 1 newton is equal to 10 raised to 5 dyne, filling the blanks again, and 1 meter is equal to 10 raised to 2 centimeter. आपको पता है 1 meter 100 centimeter होता है ना, right? Now 100 can be written as 10 raised to 2, right? And 1 newton is equal to 10 raised to 5 dyne होता है, that is fixed. So 1 joule is equal to what? 1 newton into 1 meter. Relation बताना है ना जूल और अर्च के बीच में. So 1 newton can be written as 10 raised to 5 dyne, and 1 meter can be written as 10 raised to 2 centimeter. So 10 raised to 5 plus 10 raised to 2 becomes what? 10 raised to 7. और dyne और centimeter को साथ में लिख देंगे. So dyne centimeter is nothing but अर्च. We have right now we have C. dyne और centimeter को हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं? अर्च बोलते हैं ना. So 1 joule is equal to 10 raised to 7 अर्च, which is very important. 1 joule is equal to 10 raised to 7 अर्च. Again this can also come in filling the blank. 1 joule is equal to dash अर्च. So that is 10 raised to 7. Clear? I think so. Okay. Let's move further now. Next is positive, negative and zero work. Now what we have seen in last, what we have filled up the table earlier. In that 3 type of work we have seen. One is positive, one is negative and one is zero work. Now we'll discuss. Think before you answer. Discuss the direction of the force and that of displacement in each of the following cases. Now what you have to say in all these 5 examples, what you have to say कि what is the direction of the force and what is the direction of the displacement. Force and displacement का आपको direction बताना है. क्या दोनों same है, क्या दोनों opposite है, किस तरह से, that you have to tell me. Okay. So first example, pushing a stalled vehicle. एक vehicle है जो stall है, जैसे आपने देखा होगा जो vehicles लगाते हैं, ठीक है, खाने पीने की चीज़ों की बाहर, दुकान के बाहर व्हीकल्स होते हैं, ठीक है, रोड के जो मूव कर सकते हैं उसे स्टॉल्ड व्हीकल बोलते हैं जनरली. सो वो व्हीकल मूव कर सकते हैं. सो पुशिंग अ स्टॉल्ड व्हीकल. सो व्हाट इज़ द डायरेक्शन ऑफ फोर्स एंड डिस्प्लेसमेंट. तो इसमें क्या होगा, फोर्स एंड डिस्प्लेसमेंट को जो डायरेक्शन होगा वो सेम होगा, सेम डायरेक्शन. जहाँ पे फोर्स हो रहा है वहीं डिस्प्लेसमेंट भी हो रहा है. सो इट इज़ इन वन डायरेक्शन. सो दोनों का डायरेक्शन क्या होगा, सेम होगा. सेकेंड, कैचिंग द बॉल विच योर फ्रेंड हैज़ थ्रोन टूवर्ड्स यू. ठीक है, आप दोनों आमने सामने खड़े हैं. 2 फ्रेंड्स आर देयर. वन फ्रेंड इज थ्रोइंग द बॉल एंड सेकेंड फ्रेंड इज कैचिंग द बॉल. सो व्हाट इज द डायरेक्शन ऑफ फोर्स एंड डिस्प्लेसमेंट. सो वन बॉय इज थ्रोइंग द बॉल, दैट इज फोर्स इज अप्लाइड, एंड अनदर बॉय इज कैचिंग द बॉल फॉर एग्जाम्पल. सो फोर्स एंड डिस्प्लेसमेंट आर इन ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन. यहाँ पे क्या होगा, फोर्स एंड डिस्प्लेसमेंट ऑपोजिट ही होगा ना, दे विल बी इन ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन, क्योंकि फोर्स एक जगह से आ रहा है और डिस्प्लेसमेंट दूसरी जगह से हो रहा है, राइट. सो फोर्स एंड डिस्प्लेसमेंट विल टेक प्लेस इन ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन. नेक्स्ट, टाइंग अ स्टोन टू वन एंड ऑफ द स्ट्रिंग एंड स्विंगिंग इट अराउंड एंड राउंड बाय द अदर एंड ऑफ द स्ट्रिंग. कैसे है कि एक पत्थर को ले लीजिए और एक धागे से उसको बांध के उसको घुमाइए ऐसे गोल गोल सर्कल में. ओके, सो दैट टाइम फोर्स और डिस्प्लेसमेंट का डायरेक्शन क्या होगा, परपेंडिकुलर होगा. ओके, बिकॉज यू आर अप्लाइंग द फोर्स on the thread and the stone is moving in a circular. So displacement is in a circular but the force is moving in perpendicular. So force और displacement का direction क्या हो जाएगा, perpendicular होगा. Okay. Walking up and down a staircase, climbing a tree. ट्री पे climb करना है या staircase पे ऊपर नीचे उतरना. So again यहाँ पे भी force और displacement का direction क्या होगा, opposite होगा. Right. And stopping a moving car by applying the brake. You are moving a car and you apply the brake, so car will stop. तो कार मूव कर रहा है मतलब डिस्प्लेसमेंट हो रहा है, और आपने ब्रेक अप्लाई किया तो उसके ऑपोजिट किया ना आपने. कार तो आगे चल रहा था डिस्प्लेसमेंट, लेकिन आपने ब्रेक अप्लाई कर दिया तो कार रुक गई. तो फोर्स और डिस्प्लेसमेंट का डायरेक्शन क्या हो गया, ऑपोजिट हो गया. यहाँ पे भी समझ में आ रहा है आपको किस तरह से आपको आइडेंटिफाई करना है. कि फोर्स एंड डायरेक्शन सिमिलर है कि ऑपोजिट है कि परपेंडिकुलर है. ओके, दैट मीन्स 90 डिग्री. परपेंडिकुलर मीन्स 90 डिग्री. Okay. You will notice that in some of the above example, the direction of the force and displacement are the same. कुछ example में हम लोग ने देखा force और displacement same थे direction. In some other cases, the direction are opposite to each other, while in some cases they are perpendicular to each other. In this case, the work done by the force as follows. So three conclusion यहाँ से निकलते हैं. First conclusion is when the force and the displacement are in the same direction, जब दोनों का direction same हो, force and displacement, that time the angle is what? 0 degree. So work done said to be the positive. Remember, important. When force and displacement are in the same direction, that means the angle is what? 0 degree and the force is positive. When the force and displacement are in opposite direction, then the angle is what? 180 degree. Opposite में angle क्या होता है? 180 degree. So that time work done is said to be the negative. And in the last, when the force is applied, force does not cause any displacement. जब force में और displacement कोई force does not cause any displacement, और when the force and displacement are perpendicular to each other, जब दोनों perpendicular हो उस टाइम पे एंगल कितना होता है? 90 डिग्री, क्योंकि perpendicular means 90 डिग्री. So work done is said to be 0. So this I have given you right now in the table we have filled up, right? If angle is 0, then work is positive. If angle is 180 degree, then work is negative. And if angle is 90 degree, then work done is 0. तो आप कैसे पता लगाते हैं कि कोई वर्क पॉजिटिव है, नेगेटिव है या जीरो है? बाय सीइंग द एंगल. आपको अगर एंगल पता है तो आप बोल सकते हैं कि वर्क इज पॉजिटिव, वर्क इज नेगेटिव, वर्क इज जीरो. Is it clear? With the help of angle you can identify. Okay. Now let us try one activity which is given in your textbook. Try this. Take a plastic cup and make a hole in the center of its bottom. Take a long thread, double it and pass through the hole. Tie a thick enough knot at the end so that the knot will not pass through the hole. Taking care of the two loose ends are below the bottom of the cup, tie a nut each to the end of the shown in the figure 2.4. Now do the following. Now what you will do, this is one table. Now you take a cup and make a hole in it. Okay. Now you take a nut, okay, or small stone, and put one stone in a cup and second stone you can see here, which is tie with the thread. देखिए ये वाला एक नट यहाँ पर है और एक नट यहाँ पे है. दोनों को एक धागे से, मजबूत धागे से उसको ऐसा बांध दीजिए. ठीक है, थ्रेड से, थ्रेड या धागा जो भी है. और देन यू हैव टू ऑब्जर्व व्हाट यू विल सी as shown in the figure A. Put the cup on the table, keep one of the nuts in the cup and let the thread carrying the other nut hanging down along the side in the table. What happen? देखिए आप क्या करेंगे, जब इसको टाई कर लेंगे, ठीक है, और इसके बाद फिगर ए में तो ठीक है, जब आप इसको नट को ऐसे टाई करेंगे तो ये कप इधर की तरफ, ये डायरेक्शन में नीचे की तरफ आने की कोशिश करेगा इन दिस वे, बिकॉज यहाँ पे नट है. सो इट विल ट्राई टू पुश दिस कप इन अ डाउनवर्ड डायरेक्शन, ये डायरेक्शन में आने की कोशिश करेगा. इन सेकेंड वन आप इसको रोक देंगे नीचे आने के लिए, तो आप क्या करेंगे, यू विल पुट इन द फिगर बी, व्हेन द कप इज स्लाइडिंग अलॉन्ग द टेबल, स्टॉप इट पुटिंग अ रूलर इन दिस पार्ट. यू कैन सी हियर, यू कैन पुट अ रूलर हियर. सो बिकॉज ऑफ दैट दिस कप विल मूव, कप विल ट्राई टू मूव, लेकिन ये रूलर के कारण ये कप आगे नहीं जा पाएगा. और थर्ड केस में क्या होता है, एज द फिगर शोन इन द फिगर सी, कीप द कप एट द सेंटर ऑफ द टेबल, लीव द टू नट्स हैंगिंग ऑन द ऑपोजिट. आप क्या करेंगे, नेक्स्ट फिगर सी में नट यहाँ पे एक है, यहाँ पे भी एक नट लगा दीजिए धागे के साथ, यहाँ पे एक नट लगा दीजिए ये धागे के साथ, ऐसा. ओके. And now you see whether this cup will move in this direction or this direction. Actually the cup will not move, it is get balanced. कप बैलेंस हो जाएगा अब यहाँ पर कि कप इधर भी नहीं जा पा रहा है और कप ये डायरेक्शन में भी नहीं जा पा रहा है, बिकॉज दोनों की तरफ इक्वल फोर्स लगा हुआ है. ओके. सो फ्रॉम दिस व्हाट वी कैन कंक्लूड. क्वेश्चन पूछे ये एक्टिविटी से. सी द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन, फिगर ए, व्हाई डज द कप गेट पुल्ड. इनिशियली फिगर ए में कप क्यों नीचे की तरफ आने की कोशिश करता है, अगर आप ऐसे करेंगे एक्टिविटी तो ये कप नीचे की तरफ ये ऐसा ये डिस्प्लेस होने चालू हो जाएगा कप. वाई? इसका आंसर है कि कप गेट पुल एज अ फोर्स ऑफ द नट एंड द डिस्प्लेसमेंट ऑफ द कप आर इन द सेम डायरेक्शन. ये देखिए ये नट क्या करता है, फोर्स अप्लाई करता है कप के ऊपर. ठीक है, तो ये फोर्स हो गया और ये कप का जो डिस्प्लेसमेंट है, दिस इज डिस्प्लेसमेंट ऑफ कप, ये भी नीचे की तरफ आने की कोशिश करता है. तो फोर्स का डायरेक्शन और डिस्प्लेसमेंट का डायरेक्शन दोनों एक ही है. देयरफॉर द कप इज स्टार्ट गेटिंग मूव. ओके, सेकेंड क्वेश्चन. What is the relation between the displacement of the cup and the force applied to the ruler? रिलेशन क्या है, कप के ऊपर भी फोर्स लग रहा है और जो रूलर है, ठीक है, उस पर. सो डिस्प्लेसमेंट ऑफ द कप जो डिस्प्लेस हो रहा है एंड द फोर्स विच इज अप्लाइड बाय द रूलर, फोर्स ये रूलर अप्लाई करने से क्या होगा कि ज़्यादा फोर्स अप्लाई होगा कप के ऊपर, आर इन द ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन. क्या होगा कि ये कप नीचे की तरफ आने की कोशिश करेगा नट के कारण, बट ये रूलर ये कप को रोक देगा. तो ये कप तो नीचे आना चाह रहा है, डिस्प्लेस होना चाह रहा है, लेकिन ये रूलर क्या कर रहा है, ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन अप्लाई कर रहा है कप के ऊपर और कप को क्या कर रहा है, रोक रहा है, होल्ड करके रख रहा है. तो दोनों का डायरेक्शन कैसे हो गया, ऑपोजिट हो गया. सो फोर्स एंड डिस्प्लेसमेंट आर इन ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन. Here the displacement of the cup and the force which is applied by the ruler are in opposite direction. समझ में आ रहा है आपको? And the third one is in the figure C. Why doesn't the cup get displaced? Figure C में कप यहाँ पे डिस्प्लेस क्यों नहीं हो रहा, कप यहाँ पे भी नहीं जा रहा है और कप यहाँ पे भी नहीं जा रहा है, कप बीच में सेंटर में ही है. Why? बिकॉज द फोर्स आर गेट बैलेंस्ड. यहाँ पे भी एक नट लगा हुआ है, यहाँ पे भी एक नट लगा हुआ है, राइट. एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट द फोर्स इज बैलेंस, और बैलेंस की वजह से बैलेंस फोर्स के बारे में आपने सुना है, राइट. सो बिकॉज ऑफ दैट दिस कप इज नॉट मूविंग, द कप इज नॉट गेटिंग डिस्प्लेस्ड. एंड द लास्ट क्वेश्चन, क्वेश्चन नंबर 4. व्हाट इज द टाइप ऑफ वर्क डन इन द फिगर ए, बी एंड सी? फिगर ए में, बी में और सी में कौन सा टाइप के वर्क अप्लाई हुआ है, मीन्स पॉजिटिव वर्क है, नेगेटिव वर्क है और जीरो वर्क, आपको ये आइडेंटिफाई करना है. सो फिगर ए में पॉजिटिव वर्क है. सो इन द फिगर ए वर्क इज व्हाट, पॉजिटिव, बिकॉज फोर्स एंड डिस्प्लेसमेंट आर इन द सेम डायरेक्शन. वी नो दैट जब दोनों का डायरेक्शन सेम होता है तो पॉजिटिव वर्क होता है. फिगर बी इज अ नेगेटिव वर्क. व्हाई? बिकॉज फोर्स एंड डिस्प्लेसमेंट, कप का डिस्प्लेसमेंट ये डायरेक्शन में है और रूलर का फोर्स ये डायरेक्शन में. सो जब फोर्स और डिस्प्लेसमेंट ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन होते हैं तो दैट टाइम वर्क इज नेगेटिव. एंड द लास्ट फिगर सी, फोर्स एंड डिस्प्लेसमेंट आर परपेंडिकुलर टू ईच अदर, राइट. सो देयरफॉर ये बैलेंस फोर्स हो जाता है उस टाइम पे, तो ऑब्जेक्ट ना तो यहाँ पे मूव कर पा रहा है ना तो ऑब्जेक्ट ये साइड पे मूव कर पा रहा है. सो दैट टाइम द फोर्स एंड डिस्प्लेसमेंट आर परपेंडिकुलर टू ईच अदर. So that means we can say that the work done is 0. So I hope it is understood clearly with the help of this activity that how does we identify when the force is positive, when the force is negative, or when the force is when the work done is positive, when the work done is negative, and when work done is 0. So ये activity से आपको clear हुआ रहेगा, right? Suppose an artificial satellite is moving around the earth in a circular orbit. As the gravitational force acting on the satellite along the radius of the circle and its displacement along the tangent of the circle are perpendicular to each other, work done by the gravitational force is 0. यहाँ पर भी when we launch the satellite, जब सैटेलाइट स्पेस में जाते हैं तो अर्थ के आसपास चक्कर लगाते रहते हैं, तो अर्थ और सैटेलाइट के बीच में जो फोर्स और डिस्प्लेसमेंट है वो परपेंडिकुलर है. इसके लिए वर्क डन वहाँ पे क्या होता है, सैटेलाइट के ऊपर 0 होता है. इज इट क्लियर विद दिस? सो आई होप इट इज़ क्लियर. This part, what is work done, what is a unit of work, what is the relation between Joule and Hertz, and what is positive work, what is negative work, and zero work. Okay, just go through this once again. I'll stop here for the day, and in next lecture we'll continue further. Okay students, thank you so much.